Welcome. We have been waiting for you to tune in to hear tales of Prince Edward Island, a place of history and some mystery. You may be surprised by the true stories that have been unearthed and brought to life by our radio dramas. We invite you to settle into a comfortable chair and let the voices and sounds trigger your imagination as you hear the following dramatic story.
Mary McKendrick. Superstitious beliefs were as much a part of life for the early Celtic settlers of Prince Edward Island as was the natural act of breathing. A superstition is the belief that one event causes another without there being any physical process linking the two. For example, such beliefs led to the death of an Acadian man in the early days of French settlement on the island, when other French settlers accused them of bringing about the mice plagues that destroyed their crops and overran their homes. Superstition is especially tied to beliefs and practices surrounding luck, prophecy, spiritual beings, and in the belief that the future events can be foretold. Luck, both good and poor, was often explained in the terms of superstitious beliefs. Marion MacDougall McKendrick, living in the small community of Campbellton in western Prince Edward Island in the late 1860s, experienced firsthand such beliefs. Marion was known to have the power of second sight, which was not unusual for those of Scottish descent.
I'm sorry, Mrs. McKendrick, but there was nothing I could do to save your husband. He has departed this world.
It can't be, Doctor. William is only 45, and up to a few days ago was a strong, vibrant man.
I know, dear lady, but sickness has no respect for age. It is a mystery that is beyond my understanding, and I grieve for your situation. How will you feed and raise 19 children on your own?
We have the farm, and I'm a competent woman.
Marion MacDougall McKendrick was indeed a competent woman. The truth of the matter was that everything seemed to prosper on her small farm, and the bellies of her children were full, and there was clothing on their backs. This did not sit well with her Irish neighbors, who were not experiencing the same prosperity.
I found the cow dead out in the pasture this morning. There'll be no more milk for the young ones.
What are we to do? It was hard enough to feed so many mouths even with the Jersey's milk. You can be sure her death is the work of Marion McKendrick.
Wife, why would you be blaming her?
I slighted her just yesterday, and no doubt she'll put the evil eye on our only cow.
You foolish woman. What were you thinking, slighting a woman with the power of second sight? You know it is rumored she is a witch. Now we must all pay the price of your foolishness.
The evil eye is a look that is believed to have the power of inflicting harm, injury, or bad luck upon the person to whom it is directed for reasons of envy or dislike.
Oh, now the damn cow is dried up before her time. Yet I see the cows of Marion McKendrick still have full udders this late into the fall. Her children do not go hungry.
I saw her looking at our cow as she walked along the road the other day. I hear she's been casting the evil eye upon a number of our neighbors. She seems to prosper while the rest of us go without.
Oh, we will starve if this is allowed to go on. The neighbors must gather right now and confront her.
It would seem that it would take a great courage or great stupidity to confront a woman known to have the power of second sight and the ability to cast the evil eye. But the people of Campbellton called a public meeting to do that very thing.
Oh, well, I guess we better get something going here now. Oh, yes, well, okay, now. All right, now. This meeting is called to order. We all know why we are here. A number of us have been beset with troubles, and we believe it is at the hand, or should I say the eye, of Marion MacDougall McKendrick. We have called her to this place on this very stormy night to answer to the charge of practicing witchcraft. What do you have to say for yourself, Mrs. McKendrick?
Yes.
Oh.
I have never wished trouble upon any of you. The only spell that has ever been cast upon you is that of your ancestry, of being lazy Irish.
Oh, how dare you, a witch, insult our Irish ancestry? Oh, you will! Reverend Dr. Fraser, we were not expecting you to make the trip all the way from Alberton.
It would seem I'm the only one who has not received an invitation to the meeting.
They are accusing me of being a witch.
With good reason, Reverend. It is clear she is prospering when we are not.
Our cows are drying up. We're still dying. Our crops are nowhere near as good as hers. What other reason could it be than the casting of the evil eye upon anyone who slights her in the least?
That's right.
Oh, well,
My dear people, I understand your concern, but let us be practical and move beyond these superstitious beliefs. Can any one of you deny that Mrs. McKendrick is a hard worker, as are her children?
well, that may be, but...
I am not finished. Can any of you deny that Mrs. McKendrick is thrifty with both her time and money?
Yeah, I've never seen her buying spirits.
She buys only necessities at the store.
Then perhaps that is the difference between her and yourselves. Perhaps you should think less of witchcraft and the power of the evil eye, and more about hard work and thrift. Then perhaps you too will prosper.
Oh, the man must have chewed
How do I thank you, Dr. Fraser? For I didn't know what might have happened had it not been for you.
Just keep prospering, Mrs. McKendrick, and hopefully they will learn from you. One more thing, Mrs. McKendrick. Just don't look at any of them too closely.
The narrator was Stuart Smith. Mary McKendrick was played by Janet Rose Hurst. The doctor was Stephen Hurst. Man 1 was Brent Slater. Woman 1 was Karen Slater. Man 2, Wayne Wright. Woman 2, Leslie Noonan. The Reverend Fraser, Albert Goody. Our musician today was Christine Anderson Gallant. Recording artist, Peter Gallant. Foley's, Krista Carruthers, Jamie Webster, Alexander Gallant, Sabrina Webster. Introduction by Lowell Hustis. Script by Marlene Campbell. Brought through the support of Canadian Heritage.